boy, where to start with this one? If Alien wasn't already an iconic enough horror film, now we have to talk about a movie that's half horror, half action movie. So I guess my mask kind of fits. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station. Welcome back to Revenge of 31 Days of Horror. And welcome back to our little double series simultaneous marathon thing. Because last time we took a look at Alien, now it's time to take a look at its most well-known rival. The motherfucking Predator. And yes, I'm holding the collector's edition because I'm such a huge fan of this movie. Now, I feel like this and Alien are on the same equal footing as each other, but for different reasons. But I can tell you right now, this is just as badass as you've always heard. It's one of Schwarzenegger's most well-known roles outside of Terminator. It is incredibly action-heavy in the first half. And then the second half, it becomes a jungle slasher. And then the final act, it just goes balls to the wall insane. So, yeah, I mean, it's another one of those movies that's already been talked about to death. So I don't want to bore you too much with my reiteration of everything that everyone's already said. So, because of that, same thing as I did with Alien. Written review, final verdict. See you next time. See you next time. I can't talk today. Since we're looking at one iconic extraterrestrial horror killer, let's go ahead and add in its most well-known rival and fellow Mortal Kombat X guest fighter, Predator. After being set up by his old friend Dylan, played by Apollo Creed himself, Carl Weathers, to murder a bunch of guerrilla soldiers in the South American jungle, Major Dutch Schaefer, played by everyone's favorite Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his team find themselves being hunted by something not of this world. While this is definitely more of an action movie than a straightforward horror film, it still counts, and arguably just as iconic as Alien. The story is great, the characters are iconic. I mean, you will not forget Dutch Schaefer's or pretty much anyone else in the main cast for a while. They were all memorable characters with distinct personalities and actual character. And then, of course, you have Arnold Schwarzenegger in one of his most iconic roles of his entire star-studded career. So, yeah, you're not forgetting these characters anytime soon. The writing is good, the Predator itself is awesome and very well designed. Rest in peace, Kevin Peter Hall. The action is frequent, the kills are brutal, the acting from the stacked cast is excellent, Schwarzenegger, the obvious standout. The ending battle is phenomenal, the atmosphere is methodical and frightening. The pacing, specifically in the second half, is great, the runtime is good, and rewatchability is pretty damn high. However, it suffers from a slow first half, a few lame off-screen deaths, pacing in the first half being wildly inconsistent, the jokes lacking actual humor, like almost every word that comes out of Shane Black's character's mouth just makes me want to roll my eyes. It's the shit you've heard in horror movies a dozen times before. And a few moments here and there that just feel out of place. Overall, though, this is still a great movie, and the insanity of the final act more than makes it worth the price of admission. Yep, I still highly recommend this movie. It's still a horror classic, and while I do think it's just a smidge overrated, just like Alien, I still think it's a pretty damn good movie that you need to check out. So, that pretty much puts the Alien and Predator's first movies on an equal pedestal, and because of that, this one also gets a high, well-deserved 8 out of 10. This is still a kick-ass movie, and if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out this Halloween. It's more than worth your time. You know, besides the really shitty sequel, but we'll get there when we get there. But, until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we talk about Aliens. I'm hoping it's as good as I remember it. See you next time.